I be ballin' like my name Arizona. Came a long way from selling on the corners. I ain't with beef, I ain't with the drama. I just need money, I just need the commas. I need my niggas to keep it 100. I need my niggas to keep it a stack. I do not shoot, but my niggas is gunning. They see where I'm going, they all got my back. I be ballin' like my name Arizona. Came a long way from selling on the corners. I ain't with beef, I ain't with the drama. I just need money, I just need the commas. I need my niggas to keep it 100.
Hey, what's up guys, and this is What If Naruto Was an Uchiha, part 3048, aka part 3. And last time we left off on Naruto coming back from the mission and Sasuke getting kicked from the tuning exams. So basically, we're gonna start this off between the 2-week training time that they have. I don't know if they had it in the original, but they're gonna have it now. And Naruto, he's cleaning out his house because he basically didn't do it when he was like before he left to do the mission, so he's doing it now. And basically, he finds like some scroll, and he basically thinks it's Shisui, and I don't know if Shisui had a summoning in Naruto, but basically, so like I was saying, basically, I don't know if Shisui had a summoning contract in Naruto, but he's gonna have it now. So basically, Naruto, he finds it. Sorry for saying basically so much, but Naruto, he's gonna find a scroll in Sunny Jordan, in Chisui's room, and now we're gonna say Naruto. Well, flashback. This is also where Naruto was taking his picture for becoming a shinobi, and Konohamaru jumps in and like starts yelling at his grandfather, and actually in this, Naruto starts yelling about Konohamaru not yelling up to the third Hokage like that and be more respectful, and grabs him up by his shirt, and Konohamaru mentions how the third Hokage is his grandfather, and then Naruto, he freezes for a second, and then Konohamaru yells, "Yeah, I bet you won't lay a finger on me now." And then Naruto throws him to the floor, and then puts his foot on his chest and says, "I don't care if the third Hokage was your mother, I will beat you up any day." And basically after that, Naruto and Konohamaru start getting close. And Konohamaru still thinks of him as a rival, because I don't know if I mentioned this, but Naruto, he still wants to be Hokage, but he also wants to find out what happened to his brother. And Konohamaru thinks of him as a rival still, but more of a big brother than usual. Because I feel like in canon, they didn't really hang out like that. But in this, they're going to hang out way more. And actually going to train together. Naruto's already taught him the Shadow Clone Jutsu, the Body Flicker Jutsu, and the Fireball Jutsu, finding out that he has Fire Style. So, basically, Naruto, he's gonna be looking for somewhere to look at this scroll at, like, where somewhere peaceful is. So basically, he walks past, like, some alley. He's walking out of an alley, and he hears someone that sounds like Konohamaru yelling out his name, and basically we're gonna flash back a couple of minutes in Naruto. Not Naruto. Konohamaru was running to the Hokage's offices after catching a cat. And, not after catching a cat, he was running away from that one girl that ends up on the squad. yeah, that one girl that's on his squad currently. So yeah, he was running away from her after the mission of catching the cat. And he runs into Konohamaru and basically the same stuff that happens to Canon. Well, I don't actually know if this happens to Canon, but he says, he says put me down, and Konohamaru says give me 3 good reasons why I shouldn't kill you right now, and then he says because if you don't let me down, he says I'll give you one, because he only has 2, but he doesn't like being like compared to the third, or being noticed because he's the third grandson. So he says, if you don't put me down right now, I'll call Big Brother Naruto. And then this is when Naruto walks out the alleyway. He hears his name being screamed out, like how Konohamaru says his name, like how Konohamaru sounds. So basically, Naruto, he rushes over there thinking Konohamaru is in danger, and he sees Kankuro holding up Konohamaru by the neck, and then he body flickers. And Kankuro saw Naruto at first, and then once he body flickered, he just automatically felt something cold and sharp against his neck, and him bleeding. And Tamari is next to him, and we're gonna say Naruto, he doesn't have his mask on right now. And actually, before we go on, I'm gonna actually start doing 2 what ifs at a time again. So put a what if that you guys want to see down in the comment section for me, please. Or wait till I figure out another idea for a what if. I won't be ending this one though. So Kankuro looks like Naruto says Kankuro doesn't look, thinking that if he moves he might die. Naruto's holding the kunai to his neck, telling him he might want to put him down. He might want to put his little brother down, or he's gonna kill him. So Konohamaru drops, not Konohamaru. Kankuro drops Konohamaru, and basically Konohamaru, he thanks Naruto and says that he needs to report his mission to the third. And then Naruto says bye, and he gets up. Not Konohamaru, Kankuro. It says, if you actually heard him, you could have started a war. And Kankuro asks how would that start a war? He's only a little brat that ran into him. And Naruto says that he's their Hokage's grandson, and if he actually heard him, could start a war between villages, and he would have killed him anyway. And Kankuro is scared, like he's actually scared, because noticing how fast Naruto got behind him without any effort and catching him off guard like that is pretty impressive. Like, I don't really like Kankuro. I would say I like him, but he isn't that easy to. I don't feel like he's weak. Like, I don't feel like if he fought Sakura, he would lose, because he's a long range fighter when it comes to puppets, because he's a puppet user. But Sakura's closer range. But I wouldn't say he's like, if he fought Shino or something, I feel like he would come out with a close L, but he would have still took it L. I feel like he really can't beat that many people in the show, but he's not bad. Like, you gotta understand, a lot of people in Naruto are mad OP. Like, but yeah, that's not that easy to do in anyone's eyes, because he's the third strongest tuning level ninja. The fifth strongest tuning level ninja in their village. Yeah, I'm gonna say Kakuro's fifth strongest training level ninja in the Zen. If he's not, he just got stronger than he was in canon. So Tamari, she apologizes for Kakuro. And Naruto, he just thought that it was Kakuro and Gaara, cause he sensed Gaara, but for some reason he didn't sense Tamari. I don't know why. There's no excuse. He just did it. And he says sorry to Tamari and says that he didn't realize she was there. And Tamari says it's fine. And Naruto, he actually looks at Tamari and blushes. And because he doesn't have a mask on, they can see this, but they don't really understand why. But Naruto, Tamari X Naruto is gonna be the shit in this. Just to let you know. If you didn't know that, it's Tamari and Naruto the shit in this series. So Naruto says, "Oh, what's your name?" And Tamari says Tamari. And then Naruto says, "And you," but Tamari gets confused because she didn't realize that he was talking to Gaara. Then Gaara comes from out of the tree and says, "My name is Gaara, how about you?" And Naruto says, "My name is Naruto Uchiha." And then, like, basically, him and Gaara start staring at each other. Basically, this is their tail beast, um, releasing a lot of bloodlust. But it's only towards each other. So, basically, since Naruto has the full nine tails in this, his bloodlust will easily overpower Sukaku's. And actually, this will scare Gaara. And Gaara will tell them to hurry up and leave. Let's go. And they realizing Gaara is scared, but they don't know why. Because they, like I said, they can't feel the bloodlust coming off of Naruto currently. And basically, they leave, and Sasuke comes around the corner hearing the commotion. But when he gets there with his rocks, seeing that they're already gone. So, basically, didn't get his chance to shine like he did in Canyon with that weird throwing rocks at people. I honestly don't know why he threw a rock if he could have just walked up and got on Harmony. Like, honestly, I feel like that was a little bit unnecessary. Like why you gotta throw a rock at him? So, basically, Naruto, he leaves, and he goes to training ground 7, and he realizes that Kakashi is there, but he doesn't mind, and he opens the scroll and starts reading it, and the scroll says, "Oh, Naruto, if you're reading this means that I might not be here no more, and I might either be dead or not be able to be with you anymore. So I wanted to give you the scroll." And basically, it has the summoning jutsu on it. And basically, his summoning, I don't know what his summoning is gonna be. That's also another thing you guys can put in the comments or wait until I figure out. And basically, he's gonna have the Uchiha style Halo dance on there. Wait, hold on. So Shisui will have the Uchiha style Halo dance. And yeah, I'm writing all Naruto's jutsus in this notebook so I don't forget, like my last series. So yeah, he wrote down Uchiha style Halo dance. And basically Naruto, he got a sword from this. Because you need a sword to use Uchiha style Halo dance. But his sword's gonna be, actually he already got a sword. He got Zabuza's blade, and he sometimes he's basically going to mainly be using this jutsu, knowing that Shisui made this jutsu personally, so he was proud to remaster it for him after his death. So and you know how Shisui uses it with pretty decent sized slashes with his little Tonto. But since Naruto has an executioner's blade, the huge sword, his fire is gonna be way harder because he has more efficient fire, and he has a bigger sword and a thicker sword, so his fire is gonna be thicker and a bigger slash, more fatter. So yeah. So also he has the summoning jutsu, but you guys are gonna be writing that down in the comments. So now Naruto, he has there will be another jutsu in there, and that will be we're gonna say Shisui knew about this jutsu, but was never able to master it personally because his fire affinity was never strong enough. But he wrote it down in the scroll for Naruto, knowing that Naruto had stronger fire affinity than he did, and that jutsu would be Majestic Destroy Flame. And basically, yeah, you guys comment down the summoning. And then Naruto, he's gonna be working on his own jutsu. And basically, after seeing Kakashi use the Chidori on like Zabuza or Haku technically with his mature Tsutomu Sharingan, he was able to copy it, and he has Chidori now. And basically, he's gonna be trying to like evolve that jutsu and make it like better. Basically, like it's not gonna be just Chidori. Like he might add some type of chakra nature other than lightning to it. Like probably, I don't know, but yeah, he's gonna add some other chakra nature to it. And basically, that's all the jutsu so far that he got. And sorry, I keep saying it. And now he mastered the uchiha Halo dance, and he decently got the summon down, and he got decently Chidori down. He can probably do 3 a day by now. Actually, I might have him mix Chidori and Rasengan together. I never realized, like, why didn't Sasuke ever try to copy Rasengan? Like, he knew how powerful Rasengan was and never thought I should copy that jutsu. Like how I copy everything else. Like how he copied Chidori from Kakashi, how he copied Fireball Jutsu from his dad, how he literally, I don't know, and how he copied Lion's Barrage from Lee. Like, he could have just popped a Sharingan and copied Rasengan and easily clapped Naruto. Like, he could have combined Chidori with Rasengan and clapped everybody. No, I swear, mate, I don't really know. He's different. Like, I know if I was Sasuke, that would have been the first thing after seeing what he did to that water, whatever thing, that metal canister full of water. I would have immediately tried to copy Rasengan. Like, that would have been the first thing I would have copied. But nah, he didn't want to copy it. So, but he's not gonna copy in this with it because I don't want him to. You know, I would want him to in canon, but not right now because that would have made him OP. And we're not trying to make Sasuke as OP as I probably would have. But yeah. So yeah, by the way, put comments for suggestions of what is in the comment section, because if you don't already have idea, and I'm gonna probably make the first part to that with it in this weekend probably, depending on what happens. Yeah, and I want like tell me how you feel about the new intro in the comment section too. So basically, yeah, they start the tuning exams first phase, and Naruto, he easily detects the genjutsu, and he actually stops Sasuke from fighting Lee, knowing that he would be showing off some moves that could put him at a disadvantage at any time, because the tuning and they never know what's gonna happen. So the writing test comes, and he finishes pretty fast, not to the levels of like Manito or Itachi, but finishes pretty fast. And he's just waiting, and he ends up falling asleep. And the brick coming in from Uncle, from the window coming from Uncle, wakes him up like pretty clearly. And he thinks he's an enemy, so actually, we're gonna say Naruto. He has a big seal on his whole entire arm. That seal is job as a source, since he don't want it on his back, so that's gonna like be a big weight that's just sitting there. But so he seals it on his arm, and this basically looks like a tattoo of fire going all the way down his arm up to his wrist. But it's a seal, and it like starts at his like left pec, you could say. Yeah, left pec, and then goes all the way down to his wrist. So like in Naruto, he doesn't have long sleeves. He has like we're gonna say I don't know, but I'm gonna switch up Naruto's outfit. I don't know if it's already like this, but Naruto, he has a black, just straight black tank top with the uchiha clan symbol on his back, and then some black joggers and some black shinobi shoes. That's all his outfit is. So they can see, like, when he came back from the mission, they can partially see the whole seal, but they thought it was a tattoo that he got from the mist for saving the mist. Basically, they gave him something for free. They thought he asked for a tattoo. So yeah, he basically just has a big giant tattoo from his tricep. No, his left bicep. No, his left ab, basically. I don't know. And going down all the way to his wrist. So basically, they were told to go to the forest of death. At first, actually, before they started, they were told to sign the papers. And Naruto says, before they even leave the room, that just because you put death in front of it doesn't mean it's scary. So Uncle, she actually tries as she did in the original in the forest. And Naruto, he was gonna dodge it, but realizing that somebody could get hit behind him, he catches the kunai before it was able to hit him. And he said, good try. He was like, good try, but that will never work on me. So he basically goes down. He sees Tamari, so him Loki liking Tamari. He goes over walking over to Tamari, and he starts talking to Tamari. Tamari actually talks back, like thinking that he found them out, and she was planning on killing them in the forest of death. And then she found out that she was wrong and he just wanted to talk. And they start talking about how Naruto starts talking to her about his team and how he doesn't think how he doesn't think Sakura will be able to make it, and how he's low-key worried for her, but at the same time he doesn't care as much because he doesn't really like Sakura. He thinks her being on the team is a drag, but him and Shikamaru are very good homies, and gets the laziness from Shikamaru at this point, and she actually starts looking at Naruto like checking him out, and sees the tattoo on his arm, and she says, um, "Oh no, it's not. Um, yeah, it's a dragon. Sorry if I said fire. It's a dragon." And she says, "Cool tattoo." And Naruto, he lifts up his shirt so they can see his left ab, and she sees that he's really built. Like, he's lean, but he got a six pack. He's like got a lot of muscle. And basically, she says, she starts busting and like really hard, and Naruto notices, and he has a big smile on his face. And yeah, I'm getting tired. Oh, I can stop. So he told her that it's a seal for his sword, since it's a really big sword, and it would probably get away more than anything if he didn't have it in the seal. So they basically start the training exams. And actually, in this, Naruto, when he goes out to pee, someone actually tries to attack him, and he basically just uses headhunter jutsu to stick him under the ground after getting their skull. So basically, they're incapacitated and not able to fight. And then he walks back and sees Orochimaru trying to bite Sasuke in the neck. And then that's when he uses body flicking jutsu and pulls out the executioner blade and cut off Orochimaru's head completely. And this surprises Orochimaru, seeing another uchiha on Sasuke's team. And then Naruto, he automatically realizing that this is Orochimaru, activates his Tsutomu Sharingan, and then Orochimaru, realizing that he's even better than Sasuke, tries to get Naruto at this point. Then Naruto uses his advanced Uchiha style Halo dance and burns Orochimaru like in several different places. And Orochimaru actually finds a way how to go underground instead, and then come out and bite Naruto in the neck. And then he sees that the crest mark event automatically disappears. He thinks it's due to Kurama, knowing that Naruto has the Nine Tails. Just he was surprised that there was another Uchiha on Sasuke's team because he didn't know the team for the teams for the beginning. He just knew that Sasuke was on the team. No, Sasuke isn't in the Chunin exams. I forgot all about that. So yeah, Orochimaru, he doesn't attack. He's actually at the leaf. He's at the leaf Uchiha compound. Yeah, got the words on my mouth. And he bites Sasuke coming up from behind his bed while Sasuke was taking a nap, biting him, and then basically waking up Sasuke. Orochimaru reminding Sasuke on how putting Sasuke under Genjutsu and reminding him how they kicked him out of his once in a year chance to become a Chunin, And Sasuke, this really makes him mad, and this is gonna be of his eventual motivation to leave the village. And I don't know, like, it seems like Naruto would easily clap Sasuke, but yeah, he will be able to, but you'll see what happens when it gets to that part. So, yeah, in the forest, it actually goes smoothly after getting the scroll that they needed when Naruto went to go pee. He just, um, him and Sakura just went to the middle, but actually getting there ahead, like right a minute before Kara's team, and walking out of the building, seeing Kara's team, he says, "What's up, Tamari?" And Tamari blushes, remembering Naruto with his shirt off, and Naruto says, "Well, see you guys in the next phase of the tuning exams." And in this phase, we're gonna say that Gaara killed more people, so there was um not that much need for getting um he killed more people, so the Leaf was more suspicious, thinking that the Sand had something to do with him doing this. Because, like, usually they expected him to kill somebody because he was psycho, but they didn't expect him to kill that many people, so now they're suspicious of the Sand. And the tuning exams preliminary rounds still happen, going the exact same, except for, like, um, Naruto's fight. He easily claps Kiba. He body flickers behind Kiba and just chops his neck. And then Hinata and Neji fight. Naruto, he actually gets really mad, knowing that he's trying to kill his crush. No, the person who crushed on him. No, I don't think actually Hinata was crushing on Naruto. I think it was Kiba or Shino. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna say Shino because Shino's the guy, and I kind of hate Kiba. So yeah, Shino pulls up because we're gonna say they're already dating because Hinata was way less shy. Because we're gonna say that in canon, like this is my version of canon. I'm saying she was only shy because her parents told her to stay away from Naruto, and thinking if she got close to Naruto, she would get in trouble, especially if she told him that she loved him. So basically, yeah, Shino pulls up and drains Neji's chakra, some of Neji's chakra with his bugs, but Naruto pulls like body flickers beside Neji. But he didn't. I mean, he kicked Neji in the head so hard that he flew into the wall, putting a dent in the stone wall. Then they take Hinata to the emergency room and Neji to the hospital too, because he didn't have that much of an injury, but he needed to go to the hospital because he was kicked so hard into a wall that actually dented. And it wasn't like a wood wall, it was a stone wall, so yeah, they needed to get him checked out. And he was fine, I guess you could say. And basically, after the preliminary stop, he meets up with Mari. By he, I mean Naruto, and they basically go out to eat, like not on a date wise, but more like him congratulating her for winning against his best friend, who he considers mad smart and strong, which he is, but he's mad lazy too. And he congratulates her. She's low-key mad, thinking that he's mocking her, and basically tells Naruto he's here to mock her then he can just leave and she'll pay for the food. And Naruto tells her that he's serious, even though she low-key won because his friend was too lazy to go on with the match. She was still strong. He still considers her strong because she was able to last that long against Shikamaru to actually tire him out a little, enough for him to give up. So she's surprised that Naruto's not here to mock her, but they keep eating, and Tsuchi, before he leaves, tells Naruto that he yells at Naruto. He doesn't like specifically tell it to Naruto. He yells at Naruto that he picked a good one, and this makes the Tamari blush really hard. And Naruto, he has a smirk on his face, but he doesn't let Tamari see it, thinking that she'll think that he's weird. And she wouldn't. It's just something he thinks she would think. But now, there you go. And Tamari, he drops off Tamari at her apartment that she's staying in, and then he said bye, leaving. And basically, the next day he wakes up. He's going actually to the hot spring. And then he sees Jiraiya. And Jiraiya, he knew Manito's wife's best friend because it was his student's wife. So best friend, so he would know her because she would be all around the house a lot when he was over there. So they actually get to know each other. He actually was pretty cool there. So yeah, we're gonna say that. And so he would know Naruto, and since Minato didn't have any kids, he would want to take care of at least one of the people he was close with. Kids. So when he saw Naruto, he immediately thought of Naruto, but he didn't know if it was Naruto because he wasn't for sure. He never saw Naruto, so we're gonna say like the original Naruto he actually at least saw. I don't know if he did in canon, but we're just gonna say that he did because I said it on my T. So yeah. And so Naruto looks at Jiraiya thinking it's just some pervert peeking, till he realizes that his quote unquote girl is might be in this hot springs, and that he might be peeking on his future wife. Well, yeah. So yeah, Naruto, he already thought way ahead when it comes to him and Tamari. So he walks up to Jiraiya and says, "What are you doing, old man? You might be peeking on my future wife there." And Jiraiya stares at Naruto for a second, realizing that this has to be Naruto. He looks like his mom and everything. And he's very happy to see Naruto, but he contains it inside. He's like, just doing me, kid. Why are you here? He said, Naruto said, I was finna go into the hot springs until I saw you peeking. And then Jiraiya says, he just gets to the point. It says, well, I've been bored recently, so want me to train you, kid? And Naruto, actually knowing who the legendary Sannin are, says, yeah, sure. And then he leaves. We're gonna say Jiraiya was also the godfather of Shisui and Naruto too. And he knew, like, Shisui knew this, but he didn't want to tell Naruto, thinking that this might actually affect him in some way. And then Jiraiya finding out that Shisui was killed, or killed himself, quote unquote. He knows he was killed, but he just doesn't know by who. And he'll making it his goal to protect, like, make Naruto so strong that he can protect himself even against an Otsutsuki. Like, he wants to make Naruto real strong. So he's gonna find out that Naruto, he already has a summoning jutsu, so he's just gonna hop straight to it. He teaches Naruto Rasengan. And since they have a whole month, this is gonna take Naruto at least 3 weeks, because he wasn't rushing like he was in canon. So for the next week, he basically is going to just be spending time with Tamori, honestly, from time to time, and with Jiraiya bonding closer to him, eventually giving Jiraiya the nickname of Pervy Sage. And Jiraiya actually smiles every time he hears this name, unlike in canon, where he actually doesn't like this name, because it's his only living, now left living godson alive. He will appreciate any acknowledgement from him. So they start the Chunin exams final part, but exactly when they get in the door is when the person who makes the what if says they're sleepy now and they want to go to sleep, and now that the video's over, and that's what's happening. Peace, you guys. See you guys next time. And don't forget to leave Naruto summoning down below, and how you think about the intro also down below. Peace.